Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we are playing some more NHL 17, where we're going to go ahead and try to once again win the Stanley Cup in the first season with the team. This week we are using the Chicago Blackhawks, a very solid team as it is already. And as you guys know, I don't even know how many teams we're into or so far. What, 4 or 5? Let's see, we got the Carolina, Calgary, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 6, 7 teams in now, and we still have not won the Stanley Cup one time doing this. So it would be very nice if we go out there and win a Stanley Cup at least one time before NHL 18 comes around here in the first year. Otherwise, the GMing skills over here by One Revive Legacy just might not be that good. So let's go ahead here. I hope we can make something happen this time. We shouldn't have a whole lot to mess with. We obviously do need to mess with a little bit, but just for the pure fact that we're using the Blackhawks here, we should have a pretty good chance of winning the Cup. But then again, doing these franchise mode sims all the time, you don't see the Stanley Cup champions being the Blackhawks very often. You see a lot of, I don't even know who, now that I think about it, I don't really think, there isn't really a really common team that wins it. It's pretty up in the air almost every year. You see some Sharks, some Penguins. I think the Rangers have won it a few times. But nobody really sticks out as a team that's like, oh, they won it every single time. But let's look at the roster real quick. I should know who's pretty much on the Blackhawks, but we'll go ahead and give it a look anyway. Let's see. Well, Richard Panik's 980 overall. Like seeing Panarin up there. I don't know. What in the heck is this? Is this some EA logic? Even I know what the lines are. I don't know anything about hockey, and I know what the lines are correctly. Like, what in the heck is this? Alright, well, maybe not. Maybe that's a little bit embarrassing. I thought Panik played with him, but I'm not for sure on that one. I could be completely wrong. I'm going to embarrass myself here. But hey, it's not the first time it's been done on YouTube. It's alright, alright? It's all good. All good in the hood. Should have just pretended like that was the correct lines in the first place. Duncan Keith, Subban. Looks like we could work on TVR down there on the third line defensive pairing. We could get a little bit better there. And we could work on the bottom 6. I can't believe the Blackhawks have that many 80 overalls in the bottom 6. It's actually a little bit surprising. We got some two-way forwards. We got a grinder. Somebody mentioned earlier, we're going to work on them two-way forwards and get some grinders and stuff in there. You know what? He's probably right on that. Got to get some more guys that can do the penalty kill and whatnot. We're just rocking a bunch of snipers and stuff all the time. And then the goaltending is, I'd like to think we can make the playoffs even with Scott Darling. I'm hoping we can. We won't mess with the goaltending. Finally, we have a very solid goalie in net too. We don't get that very often. So we're going to go ahead and trade and improve. And I'm assuming we're going to have to go with very low budget guys if we want to get anywhere with this at all. And we already got a guy like Hosa that's pretty solid and cheap. I don't know though. We got to find somewhere where guys have low contracts, no doubt about it. What is our cap at? I just missed it. Okay, we're at 72. All right, we have about 900K to work with. Not a lot. Would you say not a lot of cap to work with? Jack Eichel it is. You think we can nail Jack Eichel? If we can get Jack Eichel and a defenseman, and that's all we have to do with these Chicago Blackhawks, I'd be pretty impressed. I would not complain. I'd be pretty happy. Could you imagine Jack Eichel and the Blackhawks? You want a first round draft pick? Well, you can have it. No problem at all. Go ahead and take it. You want another first round draft pick? You can have that too. We'll also throw on, do we have any younger guys with trade value over here on those Blackhawks? Well, would you look at that? They even have guys down in the system with good trade value. They have everything over here in Chicago. I'm jealous. How about that trade? What do you guys think, Buffalo? You guys like that? You like that, don't you? Oh, no, you don't. He's like 2 first-round draft picks. A Blackhawks first-round draft pick is not going to be a good one either because they're always a good finishing team. So therefore, they have bad draft picks, but the Buffalo Sabres on NHL 17 do not have to know that. We're going to throw them... Do we do it? I don't really want to throw them another AHL guy with that have an overall, but we're going to do it. We'll throw you another AHL guy. We'll throw it there. We're going for Jack Eichel here. Why not? We need a third-line centerman. I guess. Why not, right? Third-line centerman. Actually, I don't even know. Would we throw him on this? I don't want to throw him on the second line with a Nisimov, to be honest. I want to keep Nisimov there in the second line. Leave it mixed up there for Patty Kane. I'm over here talking before it's even happening, though. I could be never in a million years getting a Jack Eichel here. I haven't been reading what the trade offer thing is either, what I want instead of what I'm giving them. They're probably just laughing at me like, we'll never give up Jack Eichel. Quit trying. Especially to you Blackhawk fans. Here you go. We'll try it one more time. Oh, you're totally unwilling to part ways with what you get. All right. All right. Well, everybody has a value, and I guess you're not going to want to give us him. All right, fine. Fine then. I'm going to take my talents elsewhere. What about Tyler Johnson? We're not going to give you that much for Tyler Johnson. We'll have to take away a lot of this stuff, actually. We can't take that away. We're going to find somebody with salary, though. Who on our team? Well, I know a lot of us, these guys. Look at these guys and their double-digit salary hits. Hosa, Panarin, Keith. We don't want to get rid of any of them guys. We don't want to get rid of There we go. 1 point. What are you in the AHL? Perfect. Perfect. I'm assuming you're still going to have to eat some of the salary cap because we're in big cap problem trouble here. We still can't afford Tyler Johnson. Even after doing that, we can't afford him. All right, so we're going to throw in somebody else. This is the biggest challenge here, is just trying to find guys that keep us under the cap. That's going to be a big problem for us with any of these guys. That's why I was looking for younger guys. I guess Tyler Johnson's too much. We have to find even a cheaper guy because I don't want to get rid of what we do have. I understand Host is really expensive, but he's a good overall, even though he's got low trade value. That's the thing. He's a good overall with that low trade value. He's usually a guy we want to go after, but we can't go after him because he's currently on the team. What if we go after a guy like Dylan Larkin, 86 overall? He might not grow throughout the year, but it's still very solid overall to get on a team, and he's cap salary friendly, and that's something we definitely need here. Like I said here, we're not slim pickings. We have to get a guy with a low salary cap hit, and we have to probably overpay for him too. I want to see if they're going to eat some of this salary though, since we are willing to overpay here. Over here asking you to save. Look at this, 200K. Look at this nickel and diamond, you guys. But what do you guys think about that? At first, come on. You guys like that? All right, so we gained Dylan Larkin, and we are in serious cap problems right now. We need to find a defenseman that is pretty much for free, that's not expensive, and that's about impossible to have happen. Oh, you want me to get Bergeron? All right, Berge, I got you. He's a little bit over my price range though, buddy. What about Gostisbehere? He is cheap. All right, we're definitely in that point where we have to get them cheap guys. We don't have a choice, so we're gonna try to get Gostisbehere. I don't know what it's gonna take to get him. I'm almost at that point where maybe, do we really try? I don't really want to mess with the team that much where we have to rebuild guys and just start dumping salaries and contracts. But we're going to try to give you an AHL guy. I know you don't want him. I know you don't want all that. Don't tell me they're in cap trouble too. It's going to be impossible to deal with these guys if they have the same problem we do. But we'll throw you a first-round draft pick for Ghost. We'll throw you a couple first-round draft picks. We're not greedy over here. We like a good defenseman. We respect good D-men. Too bad he's going to be playing on the second or third line. Maybe the fourth. Could you imagine? All right, so EA says don't send that. There we go. That's really overpaying. Philly's got cap problems. I can't even do that. That's not good. How is this possible? How can we not reach a part where both of us are under the cap? We're trading player for player. Is this some EA logic right here? Am I missing out on something? This doesn't make sense to me, EA. How can we both have cap problems? I should be able to make this an even trade somewhere along the lines where we're both even, but apparently you can't. Because if you're trading a million for a million, the cap shouldn't change. But I guess EA is not having any of that the way the contracts are set up. I don't know. I guess we can't have Gostisbehere. That's unfortunate. All right, we're going to try something. No, I don't even want to do that. I was going to try to clear cap space, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what we're going to try to do. They don't want Seidenberg. I think we have a little bit more expensive of a D-man. I'm looking at overalls. We need to look at salaries. Let's see what we're looking at here. 84. Yeah, see, we have an 84 overall. Duya is 1.8. I think we can try that. If we do a Duya, we're gaining a little bit better of an overall, and we're making 800K on cap, and that's what we need. I don't know if they can afford. Oh my god. Does anybody know how to manage their cap around here? Are we not the only team? I guess that's not going to work either. That is a problem. Where are we going to go to make some cap space? That's it. I'm doing it. I'm trading for Zach Werenski. I know he's young. I know he's cheap, and we're going to do it. It's going to happen, and you guys are going to like it. We're going to make some cap space so we can go get another defenseman. I can't believe I'm doing this. I think we're going to trade for Werenski just to throw him on the bench. Well, no, because if we trade away a Duya, I think he's, what, an 84? So he's going to swap out one of them guys, and we're going to bring in Ghost for the other guy. You guys want to take that straight up? What do you guys think? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'll be back. I gotta go cry real quick, or I don't know. I gotta go call EA or something. I gotta have talk. You're meaning to tell me you would let us trade away Zach Werenski just for a Duya? EA, disrespectful. That's all I gotta say. Disrespectful that you would let Werenski go away that cheap. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Anyway, we're going back to Gostisbehere now. We can afford him. We're gonna have to overpay for him, but we're willing to overpay for him because, like I said, we need a cheap defenseman. It's really the only option we really have. So we're gonna make them. Oh, we can afford them now, but we still want them to eat a little bit of salary if they can. And then who are we going to throw them in return is the question. I mean, obviously we want to throw them the more expensive guys, so we're going to throw them TVR. And then we need to throw them a whole heck of a lot of draft picks if we want to get ourselves Gostisbehere. Who are you willing to give up? We have a 2018 first round draft. Whoa, that is fair already? Nah, they wouldn't do that. No, they wouldn't. I didn't think so. Figured I'd try it though, just to make sure EA was just not a little bit crazy. And then we're going to throw in the 2019 first round draft pick. We're big overpaying. I gotta click around a little bit here real quick because that's how it works in this game where you just can't go straight down. Trade accepted. All right, that's what I like to see. So here is a team update. I thought I traded for somebody on the forward line. I guess we're gonna have to go and look in scratched. No. AHL. Perfect. That's exactly where I would put Dylan Larkin too. 86 overall. Maybe this is why we can't have connected GM back. EA they're not good GMs. I know if they did connected franchise, they wouldn't do too hot at it, just judging by the way they do these lineups here. So that's why we don't have connected GM back. It's all making sense now. And then once again, we're going to go put Panic back up there on the first line. We're going to swap Kane around for the 5th time. We're going to leave Hossa there, and then we'll put Panarin over there. Hopefully that line turns out to play well like we hope it does. Do we want to go after wingers? I'm going to see how we do this season. Where's Werenski? That is a disgusting line. Werenski and Campbell. Werenski will carry that line. That's just a nightmare. Imagine Werenski on the Blackhawks. That would be a very disappointing time. I'd probably have to cry 3 or 4 times. But for the sake of this sim, it's alright. We're going to root for him and hope he does good. I can't believe that's how low the Blackhawks bottom 6 is right there. That's a little bit surprising. We'll sim up the games though. We'll see how we do. If we finish worse than they already were, I'd be very shocked and not surprised. But we'll sim up to the trade deadline like we have been lately. We'll see where we're at. If we're not in first place, I think we might have to try to make another trade because we have plenty of draft picks left this time. Something different. Something we're trying to mix up here. Save some draft picks for later on just in case that time does come where we need to trade for somebody later on in the season. Plus, we have cap issue problems, so that doesn't help either. So I'm going to go ahead here. We're going to sim all the way up to this Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah, we'll sim the day before. We'll look where the team's at when we get back and see if we need to make any further trades. Alrighty, we have made it to the trade deadline with a 33-28 record. Alright, so E didn't like what we did with the team. Clearly, they did not like it one bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the team. See who's doing the worst on this team real quick here. If there's somebody we need to just flat out go ahead and get rid of. Of course, oh my god. Okay, EA. Alright. I'm talking about 107 penalty minutes, not Zach Werenski being last on the list here. Look at this disrespect. So 2-2's a problem here. 107 penalty minutes is not somebody we want on the team, but Hartman's a -10. That line in general, Campbell's a -10, -11. At least Werenski's only a -7. That might be something to consider right there. Is Hartman, let's try to get rid of Hartman, I think. 82, what's his overall? He's an 80, well, he's an 82 overall. 22-year-old though. I like that. I like that a lot. What about Jordan Tutu though? He's kind of just, honestly, just there. Let's try to get rid of Jordan Tutu. See if we can find a playmaker, quite frankly, anything to go along with him there to make our team a little bit better. Again, though, we have to worry about the fact that we have such a terrible salary cap problem here. And by the way, guys, we're in the middle of just kind of floating around here. Is there anything else? I know NHL 17 is coming to the end almost here, but hey, we're almost at the beta. So hopefully we can get some beta videos going on after the beta, but I don't know what else you guys want to see. I know you guys are growing. A lot of you guys really like seeing the franchise stuff, but I know at the same time, you pump out franchise mode after franchise mode after franchise mode after franchise mode video, and the people that don't want to see it are probably already done watching this video, so it might be a little bit too late to be mentioning this, but still, I know some of you still watch because you guys are just, you know, loyal fans, and I really do appreciate it, those that you watch every single video, regardless of whether you want to watch them or not. I really do appreciate that from you guys. But if there's something else you want to see, like, instead of getting repetitive with the franchise mode and stuff, I try to mix it up a little bit, but it's like, what else is there to do getting this late in the year like Hut? It's kind of, you know, Team of the Year comes out and it's like, well, all these cards and stuff, a little bit irrelevant. They do come out with some new award stuff and whatnot like that, which are real nice to have come out. But at the same time, it's like a lot of these guys, Team of the Year's their best cards out and all that other stuff. And it makes people lose a little bit of interest in the game mode. Alrighty, how about Victor Arvidsson? 600K salary, not bad at all. We could use an Arvidsson on the third line. What is it going to take us to get an Arvidsson? We have, look at the value going up here on our CHL players over here. We're going to throw him in there. Is that all we have to do? I can't believe Smoltz has that good of trade value too. That's actually a little surprising. I guess it's because he's only 21 years old, so that'll do it. What else is it going to take for us to get Arvidsson? Is that it? Is that really all they want? I was going to make them take some salary, but if they'll take it, let's try it. They took that. All right. We just pretty much stole Arvidsson away from those Predators. Can we get somebody else now? We might as well go left wing shopping while we're at it. I can't believe they just pretty much gave him away. That might be the acquisition of the year besides the one where we stole Werenski away. Thomas Vanek's only at 1.3 million. I guess salaries change when you get later in the year, of course, but let's try to get Arvidsson. Or not Arvidsson. I already got Arvidsson. Let's try to go ahead and get Vanek. Why not? Well, they threw Arvidsson straight in the AHL. That was just disrespectful. All right, 79 overall, 22 years old. Yeah, Hayden. What do you guys think about Hayden? You guys like him? I think we have the cap space too. We're going to make you eat a little bit of cap just in case we make some moves here and want to get rid of somebody else. But you guys want a lot for Vanek. I didn't think his trade value was that high. I guess it's a little bit higher than I thought it was. How many draft picks do we have though? We have plenty to work with if I ain't mistaken. We have at least 1 second. Let's see what else we got here. We got 3 first-round draft picks to work with still. So I like what we can do here. Let's try it. They took it. All right, all right. We're improving this team. I like where this team is going right now. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm just trying to build a solid team here. What if we try to get a guy like Jurgensen? He's 1.15 on a salary cap hit. Not a lot. 84 overall. We're looking for a fourth line center right now. We're just trying to assure we can win a Stanley Cup. I'm tired of not winning Stanley Cups. It's time we make something happen here and win a Stanley Cup. That's all I want to see happen here. Let's give... There's an AHL guy. 60 overall. Well, he's not even under contract right now. Chicago will be over the organization limit. We will gladly throw you another guy. Maybe that'll make us some cap space too. So that's going to help us as well. What are we on here? That's very, very... It's not going to happen. I had to try it though. We had to try the trade. Let's see. You know what? Maybe we can get Jurgensen for a second-round draft pick. Could you imagine getting him only for a second? I want to give it a try and see what happens. They don't want a second-round draft pick. Let's shoot them a trade. They did not want it. All right, we'll throw them one more second-round draft pick. I'll even throw you at first if we really have to, but I'm getting greedy here. I'm feeling pretty good about this team. They took him, and now we could still use, if we really want to, what, third-line wingers? Maybe if we just get one winger. We don't need two. Do we go back to the Blue Jackets? I know the Blue Jackets like them cheap players. What if we try to get a guy like Nikolai Ehlers? We're just throwing everything out there right now, man. Under $1 million. If we can get... What do we have to give up for him? I'll gladly give up... Well, we have plenty of NHL players that we're going to have to dump away before long anyway, if I ain't mistaken. 81 overall, Kruger. I don't think they want Kruger. We're not giving you Jurgensen. We just got him. Wait, what are we trading for again? Ehlers. All right, he's a winger. For a second there, I thought, wait, are we giving him a winger or are we giving him somebody else? That could be a problem if we're not giving a winger. Jerko. You know what? No, we got to get rid of 2-2. 2-2's in the AHL anyway, but still, I got to give him 2-2. Why not, right? We'll throw him 2-2, and we'll throw them. Had to do it. I had to do it at least one time, guys. Come on, you got to give me a break there. It's just standing wide open. Throw your first round draft pick, and ooh, we might be able to throw you just another second. I don't know though. We got plenty of draft picks to work with here. I'll throw it on over there. What do you guys think? You don't like that? You're telling me you don't like that. What if we throw you another second? What do you think about that? You think it's a great trade and you're going to take it. They do. Alrighty. Trade accepted. Alright, so here we are. We're still not the greatest fourth line. I'm really debating. I moved Arvidsson here. He's a right winger to the left wing. I'm thinking really hard about that, not gonna lie. Whether we should keep him there, if we should throw him on a fourth line for some added, I don't know if you want to say stability. But Jurgensen's is down there. I like the way I think he can do something good for the team. He's not doing 82 overall. Did he drop a couple overall points? I think he did. The morale just killed him, I guess. He was having none of it. But that'll happen. We're gonna sim out the season though. I'm gonna take our chances here. I'm hoping we can win. Where are we at in the standings though before we finish up this season? We are in second place. We are nowhere close. 67 points. The Avalanche are in it right now. We need to make a big run here at the second half if we want to make it to the playoffs. Here we are at the end of the season. We have big games. We're barely in the playoffs still. I don't understand why we're struggling, but we hit this big win streak. If we didn't hit this win streak, we definitely weren't making the playoffs. But we are on a massive win streak right now. We have to win or we're not in kind of deal here. And it's great to see happen. We beat the Kings. We did. All right, so we clinched the playoff spot by that. We had to have, right? I was a little bit concerned that we didn't make it, but I think we have one more game. Right, there we go. So we made it. We barely squeaked in, though. It was them last games. We won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Can I go up? I can. 7, 8, 9, 10. We won a lot of games in a row. We had about a 10-game winning streak there. And we needed every single... Well, we didn't have 10 of them. We had about 7. I forgot that they counted those right there. But we needed every single one of them. Did we even make it in our own division? 95 offense, 94 defense, and 91 goalie. And our morales weren't that bad. Nobody had bad morale, and that's what was really concerning for me. And once again, there's Patrick Kane with only 72 points. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. The Blues had 111, the Blackhawks had 94, the Wild had 94, 89, 91, 87. I'm a little worried. At this point, I'm completely baffled on what to do with these franchises. You can go in there and throw guys with a whole team of 95, 99 overalls, and they finish just fine and everything. But you start putting a solid team together like this, and EA just doesn't want anything at all to do with it. I don't know. You guys let me know. Like I said, I was listening to what you guys said. You was like, hey, change it up. Make sure you have the right player, different player build. So we threw some two-ways in there, threw some playmakers in there, and whatever else and stuff. And again, we bolstered up that third-line defensive pairing. I'd assume 83s and 84s is better than having 81 and 83, but I guess they're not having any of it. Let's sum up this season. We're not done yet, though. We have a chance. We're on a hot streak right now, man. We haven't lost in a long time. Hopefully, we can ride that wave here in the playoffs. We're 2-0 to start already, and it looks like we had the home games. So that was good to see. There we go. No, we don't need to stop simulation. We're on fire. We're on pace to sweep those Minnesota Wild. Can we do it? Like I said, we might have been struggling there for a little bit, but the team got hot when they needed to get hot. So hopefully this can happen right here. We don't want to go to game 6. Please end it right now. We didn't. Had to talk about how good we was playing. If we go from a 3-0 to... let's see it. Just... No. No. Only... Why'd you have to talk about it? You just had to talk about it. Now we're going to send this game up. And I tell you what, I don't remember the last time in sports somebody blew a 3-0 lead, but it has to happen sometimes, I guess. Okay, 3-0 Black, 3-1 Blackhawks out of the first. That's good. We'll sim up the second period. And they tied it. The Minnesota Wild tied the game. You just can't talk about this hockey game without it getting crazy. All right, let's sim up this third period here. Nice and slow. Blackhawks power play. Come on, put the puck in the back of the net, boys. Or don't even shoot it. All right, we had a couple shots. Took a while. Still in a power play, boys. We got to score some goals. That is not us shooting a puck. Please and thank... Oh, no. The Wild have scored a goal. Power play Blackhawks again. We have to score. How many power plays can we go on? Thank you. Finally a goal. I was getting nervous over there. There's another goal. Back-to-back, baby. Coming in clutch. Hold the lead down for us, Crawford. Another power play. They are killing themselves, the Minnesota Wild are. And we just cannot capitalize on these power plays. But we got a Hossa. We got a Campbell goal. There's 5 minutes left in this game. We need to close the door. Don't let any more goals in. We cannot blow a 3-0 lead. We almost blew it. There we go. Close the door. Empty netter. 6-4 win. Jurgensen's getting it. I'm not sure why he's playing out there in a 1-goal game when he's a 4th liner, but we'll allow it. We picked up the W. That's all we can possibly ask for. Let's get into the next round. Uh-oh. The St. Louis Blues, best team in the league right now. 111 points. Can we upset them? No. We are up 2-1 in this series. I had to stop the simulation because I was a little bit worried there for a second that we could have lost in 4 games. All right, here we go, though. We lost. 2-2 series. 3-2. All right, it's 3-2. If we can pass the Blues up, that's all we're asking for. Pass the Blues up and we got a chance, man. There it is. There it is. We're going to play the Kings. How is the West looking this year? The Kings are taking care of business. 8-2 in the playoffs right now. We need to take care of the Kings, though. We just beat the President's Trophy winner. Well, you know what's better than beating a President's Trophy winner? A quick time to go do some scouting real quick. You always got to do scouting. There's never a bad time to scout, man. All right, 1-1 series. All overtime games so far. We lost game number 3. We're down 1-2. But you know what? We was just up 3-0. We blew all 3 games there. So we can come back here. Have faith in the boys here. All right, now we might not be coming back. We're in the conference finals. All we ask for is to win the Stanley Cup. That's all we're asking for. Can we please do it, EA? We're going to go sim up this game. I'm a little bit scared. Okay, I'm a lot of bit scared. We need to win 3 straight. And there's a 1-0 Chicago lead. Let's get the second period away. There's 2-0. I'm feeling confident. I hate to do it, but we're going to do it. Marion Hossa's goal. We're going to go ahead and quick sim the third period and see what happens. And we won 5-1. Big win for the boys. Ehlers, Hossa, Ghost Displayer going out there and getting us the points. We need 2 more wins. And we're going to be in the Stanley Cup playoff finals. If we don't get those wins, but you know what? The team morale just went up. They got that big W. They're feeling good about themselves. If we can take it to a game 7, we're going back to Chicago. Keep that in mind, boys. We're going to win this game. Quick sim up that first period, and it is 3-2. I thought we had a 3-0 lead, and it didn't quite happen. We've got some high-scoring games going on. 4-3, Blackhawks lead. Slow sim up that third period. We're going to win this one. I'm feeling good about the team right now. Feeling really, really good about them. Power play Blackhawks. Do you guys want to score any goals? Do you want to score any goals? Any goals at all? I'm just asking for 1. Get some insurance here. No goals on a power play. That kills us. The power play in the third period, we just can't bear. Here we are again on the power play. Can we put a puck in the back of the net? Please and thank you. We cannot. All right. 8 minutes. 7 minutes. I can't quit looking at the clock. We need this victory. Keep these guys away from our side. Oh my goodness. They took 1 shot all period. That was like their 3rd shot. There we go. Clutching it. Goal with under a minute left. That's what I like to see, boys. What do we score that? 2 minutes left. Panarin coming in clutch. That's my Blue Jacket. He's going to be doing that next year in the conference final, too, coming in clutch with goals like that with about a minute 42 left. I like it, Panarin. I like it a lot. We're taking this to a game number 7. We're taking it back to Chicago. You have to feel good about this right now. The team morale is going to be going back up. And you're playing in Chicago, you're playing at home, you gotta like your chances right here. We can win this game. Not only do we come back from down 3-1, but look at all the momentum we'd be riding going into the Stanley Cup playoff finals. We do not have any goals, though, going into period number 3 of this game. Here we go. Slow it down, get a goal. You only need 1 to tie it, boys. That is all we're asking for right here is 1 little goal. Can you please make it happen? They are not gonna make it happen. There's 10 minutes left. Jonathan Quick is standing on his head out there. There's another goal for the Kings. That's a dagger. Dagger and a half. So close. Put him on a power play. 3-0. That's it. That's all it took. We came back down 3-1, much like the Wild did to us. We just couldn't finish it off, though. We blew it. 3-0. We're losing in the conference finals. Game 7 at home. We got shut out by the LA Kings. That's disappointing to see happen, to say the least. We'll see if those Kings go out there and win the Stanley Cup now. But once again, here we are doing another Stanley Cup sim where we can't win the Stanley Cup. This time with a very, 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 very stacked team. Kind of disappointed to see that happen. I don't know what to do. I'll listen to you guys. I'm always listening to what you guys got to say. Somebody will help me win this Stanley Cup. The Kings did win the Cup, so that's a bonus right there that the Kings came out on top and won this Stanley Cup. At least we lost to the Stanley Cup winners. But our team struggled this year. I don't know if I showed you guys or not, but I think Kaner only had 72 points. That's what I thought. That was something I didn't expect. There's only 72 points out of our best players. 63 out of Vanek, 61 out of Panarin. So nothing too fantastic there. Duncan Keith dropped 60 points on that. That was impressive. Johnny Tays, about where he usually finishes, right around 60 points. Panarin, like I said, Anisimov, Gostisbehere, Hossa. We had a lot of solid players, just nobody point per game. It's like, and it showed there in the last game there. It looked like we ran out of gas after that big hot streak. We came on there to tie it up at 3 apiece. Crosby got the Art Ross and the Hart Memorial, but he didn't get the Stanley Cup. The Norris went to Erik Karlsson. Nikita Kucherov, Lady Bing. Calder went to Austin Matthews. The Conn Smythe went to Johnny Quick. The Carey Price Vezina Trophy winner, William Jennings to Johnny Quick. The Masterton to Tanev. It was like the Selke went to Stahl, Crosby got to Ted Lindsay, and the Richard went to Mr. Maurice Richard himself, Alex Ovechkin. But as for this video though, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.